wife and I were married in 1941. 6 weeks later, I was drafted in the United States Army, where I served for the next 3.5 years on 3 major campaigns overseas. After the Army days, Dr. William McCarroll, pastor of Cicero Bible Church, shared a vision with me about planting churches, and we used the resources of his church, and I was sent out to start Bible classes in remote areas. Many churches were started from these Bible studies. Ashton Bible, where a church was started, they asked for us to come in and help them get something. A woman got on her knees at midnight in that town, prayed for someone to come and start a church, and we got news of it, and I was the one that went out there. And today, out of that church, there's a young man now pastoring the Western Springs Bible Church. His name is Pastor Munkemeyer. He came out of Ashton Bible Church. Then I went to Paw Paw Bible Church, Paw Paw in 1955, and started a church out of a Bible class, and God began to speak to hearts out there. People responded. They came out and asked questions and got excited, and it resulted in the church. The exciting among all churches is Bark River Bible Church, where they needed a church. 2 young people had invested money because the church they went to closed down. It was shut down. And we went in and bought the church for $700 with money from those 2 young people. And they were there for our 50th anniversary, and those 2 teenagers were now in their 60s. Remember, this is something where God is in the picture. We have a key that came out of that, where you had to open up a building to get in that closed church building, and it has a hinge in the center. In the center, and I carried it around with me. It opened up that closed church building. We opened it up and then bought the building, tore it down, and there's a new building there now with a couple hundred people near Escanaba, Michigan. Travel in 1957 was real rough. Some of the places were remote. Cars were not what they are today, and roads were 2 lanes and not always paved. Yet in 1957 alone, I made over 100 trips, preached over 160 sermons, spoke to kids at Camp Shagbark in Wisconsin each night for 3 summer weeks. 4 churches were organized in 1957 alone, and in 1957 my youngest son John was born. Village Bible Church, Park Forest, a lot of memories. Though the church has recently changed its name, it's continuing on in a multicultural church with a witness in the community. Grace Bible Church, Dallas City, Illinois, a lot of memories there. Had a Bible class in a home, and then got involved looking for a place to start a church. And I told the people, I said, I found a place. They said, what it is? I said, Sunset Inn. They said, Sunset Inn? That's a tavern. But we started the church in something that we rented and then bought, and now they have a brand new building, and it's filled with people. Okay. Mount Prospect Bible Church. I was called to start a Bible class in a home, and God really worked in wondrous ways there, and the Bible class finally ended up in a bigger building, and the businessmen got in the picture, and we saw the church grow. And on the day of the dedication, a young man got saved in the men's washroom. He came and saw me with a Bible in my hand and said, "Are you the pastor?" I said, "Yes." He said, "How do I get to know God?" And I led him to Christ, and he gave a testimony on our 50th anniversary that day in Mount Prospect Bible Church. And he went to Calvary Bible College, graduated. Now he pastors a church in Calumet, Michigan, Calumet Baptist Church. Waterman Bible Church, 1957, started in a storefront we call the old Swanson building. The current pastor is Craig Miller. He was one of my students at Grand Rapids School of Bible in days, Grand Rapids School of Bible and Music, when I was an instructor in Michigan. Fox Valley Bible Church. We started a church with a Bible study in a library where the judge of the town came out to the mayor of the town came out to the Friday night Bible class, and I'm told now they had our picture of the family up on a big screen at church on a Sunday morning. It's running over 1,500 people. It's called Fox Valley Bible Church in Batavia, Illinois. Sauk Village Bible Church, 9 miles west of Village Bible Church at Park Forest. We planted a church in Sauk Village, and it's growing. It's being blessed by God. I did a lot of calling in the area, taught Bible classes week after week, and then moved on from there to Plano Bible Church, using a Legion Hall for a meeting place. And our people walked over bingo beans on Sunday mornings to have a church service. But today they have a beautiful new building and a good congregation. And you stay right on Route 34 going west, and you come to Plano Bible, to Mendota Bible Church.
Sorry.
We started this church from a meeting in a tractor store, in the tractor building, where they had tractors and plows, and we used them for coat racks, and had the Bible class there on cold wintry nights. But it worked out, and it grew into a church, and I saw God work in a wonderful way. We purchased a store building there, worked on it. My wife even came on, did some painting, bought the store for $5,000 and started a church. Now that's gone, and they have a new building up. It's called Mendota Bible Church. My school, where I served as assistant to the president in Grand Rapids, Michigan, they had the school pilot fly me out back to Mendota to dedicate the new building. When we flew around the church, looped around and landed in the backyard and dedicated the building unto God. From there we went on, Pastor Dave Bauer and I, to Fellowship Bible Church in Stevenson, Michigan, and helped them. They had a little Bible study going, helped them to get started in organizing the church, to get the know-how they needed, the know-how, which we had. And that grew into a church, and it's growing. And we did the same thing at Cornerstone Community Church in Brookfield, gave them the help that they needed, and that church is going on. So it's not only starting Bible classes, it's helping places that had something going already but needed more assistance, information, and know-how, and it worked. These churches were all started from Bible studies and humble beginnings. But
Ready?
Little is much. And may I close with my favorite verse, is Jeremiah 33:3. Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not. God says call, and then the personal pronoun I, and the word will, I will. He didn't say I might, I will. And I use that many times, and I say, God, I've got a problem. And in Numbers 23:19 it tells us, God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Hath he said it, shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, shall he not make it good? In other words, you never told a lie. And in Jeremiah 33:3 you said, call and I will. So here's my problem. Take care of it.